Hey tankers, and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with PR154. And we're here today on Westfield with Mounted Rifleman in his M4A3E8 Fury. This is the Tier 6 American premium medium tank that has the model and crew from the movie Fury. Very good movie if you haven't seen it. If you're interested in tanks, yeah, fantastic film. Touches a few areas that haven't been covered too heavily in film to date. What the film captures particularly well, and you can debate about the tactics, but what it captures particularly well is the relationship between the crews within a tank. Yeah, I can't recommend it enough. So on to deployment. It all looks fairly standard here. We've got a couple of heavies moving up into the hills here. We've got tank destroyers covering them. We've got a collection of medium tanks and light tanks pressing that K0 line, which very important piece of ground to sort of be able to take and hold, because once you get that's where you really start to exert a lot of map control on this particular map. You might notice this is running a little bit glitchy. I expect, looking at this ping that he's playing on the Hong Kong server, and experiencing a bit of packet loss along the way, but hopefully that'll recover for him and he'll get a decent game out of it. We can see the enemy is appears to be contesting these hills, and has a decent contingent of medium tanks on the K line themselves. So a bit of an opening salvo here by Gung Ho Kiwi. He's switched to the gold to try and make an early dent. Sort of early damage and early kills is often often the key to victory. This KV-1S has formed the same view as well. You might notice a few red puffs of smoke as shells have impacted the ground. That's a modification that I've put on. It just helps me tell what it is that enemies are shooting at me. It's nice to know whether an enemy is sort of switched up to premium rounds before they start impacting your vehicle. So a few shots from Mounted Rifleman into the T-34-85. He's realised that, I'm a bit tap happy with the gold here. He switched back to standard rounds. Couple of impacts into the ground there, but he's moving quickly to avoid fire from the T-34-85. Now, one thing you'll notice is his team's been able to sort of make this cross relatively unmolested, and normally this is quite a dangerous push, because you expect them to have tank destroyers positioned up here that once you start coming over these ridges or getting around them, you end up copping a bit of abuse from that quarter, which does not appear to have been the case on this game. So the tank destroyers, they've sort of essentially their misdeployment has meant a loss of map control for this entire top deck, which is not particularly good for that team. The Fury engages the other sort of unfuried Easy 8, the tech tree one, but that's okay. So control has been established on the upper plateau here, and Mounted Rifleman moves in to try and hunt down the other enemy tanks. So he notices the M44 down in the valley. A bit of a swing and a miss there, but a couple of more carefully aimed shots, and he takes his second kill of the match in the M44. I notice he's preloaded gold as we're in the cleanup phase now, so this guy's out to win medals, and he gets his very easy medal here with taking out the other M44. So 2 SPGs taken out will get you a Pascucci's medal, which is a sort of epic or battle heroes medal. And they're really good to get when you're sort of chasing personal campaign missions. We've found the IKV-65, and that tank appears to be stuck, which might explain its relative lack of involvement in the battle. We can also see the Hellcat's been located over here. So yeah, I'm not sure what those tank destroyers were thinking. Whether they tried to position here so that they could fight the push on K0. I guess I understand why they would have done that, but I don't know. It's they've sort of done that at the expense of leaving this top plate just completely open, and unfortunately, it just meant 3 tanks could sort of push around through here and sort of seize map control, and you end up with results like this. So your deployment of tank destroyers is quite important. Final enemy vehicle, we have the AMD 178B, and unfortunately misses out on the final kill, but not without nudging it out from under the bridge. So that's a win for Mounted Rifleman in the M4A3E8 Fury. Let's take a look at his results. So a fantastic effort there by Mounted Rifleman in the Fury. He's come away with an ace level mastery badge, as well as a few other badges and medals. We've got the epic battle heroes medal here, the Pascucci's, which you earn for destroying at least 2 enemy SPGs, and we've also got the spotter badge for causing at least 1,000 hit points of assist damage. You can see he's come away with 1,270, so sort of broke that quite convincingly. We've got the fighter medal for killing at least 4 enemy tanks between the 2 SPGs and the tank destroyers and the other Easy 8, and of course the fire for effect medal, which you get for doing at least your hit points of damage, which as a medium tank you probably want to be making a point of doing as often as possible. Looking at the team scores, we have a very convincing placement here as top by experience and also top by damage, which is 1942. Good year for tank enthusiasts. And of course, looking at the detailed report, is still netted 20,000 credits in this engagement, but could have been a little bit more. But like, he was out to win medals today, and sort of had a bit of an ammunition bill to replenish all that APCR fired in the course of this game. But no matter, a well-deserved result by Mounted Rifleman in the Fury. And if you'd like to see your replay featured in World of Tanks with PR154, please shoot us a message over Discord or at any of the links below, and we'll do our best to sort you out. In the meantime, take care out there.